want to talk about an issue that's really kind of near and dear to me, but it has to do with gays and the Mormon Church. And years ago, we had a discussion with some of my family members about gays in the church and gays getting married. And I remember even back then thinking, why does it matter? I don't understand. This shouldn't be an issue. And for me, it was kind of like, a lot of the people who had issues with blacks in the church. And when that whole thing happened in 1978 of blacks being able to have a priesthood. And then a lot of people left the church over that. And truthfully, that was one of the reasons that got me going down this path of trying to figure it all out. It just wasn't sitting right with me. I couldn't wrap my head around why gay people can't be together. And it really, really bothered me. And I remember sitting at this little casual meeting with 3 other family members, and they were saying, you shouldn't have the right to be married. And because I was still in the beginning stages and didn't have my voice yet, I didn't say anything. I mean, I said something like, well, I don't see what the big deal is, but I was shot down pretty fast. And so, when that happens, you kind of learn to just keep your mouth shut. I wasn't okay with that. And that's one of the things on my list of reasons why I left the church. I don't believe or agree with how that is being handled. And it's just one of those things that's very important to me to say. But it's just one of those issues that I wouldn't be okay with. And finding my voice has been the most liberating, freeing feeling in my life, to be able to say what I think and not worry about what someone else may think about how I think. That's a lot of words to get across that. Don't worry about what other people are thinking. Now, you can be sensitive and compassionate to someone, but it's like I was saying earlier in another video, when you get stronger in your opinions, you will care less about what someone else thinks about how you think. It's really important to me as an individual here on this earth, having my experience, to be as authentic as I can. And I know in my gut when something doesn't sit right with me. And for me, one of those issues was gays and how the Mormon Church deals with it. So I just wanted to share that experience with you, because for me, this whole thing is about finding my authentic voice, finding what sits right in my soul, that when I go to sleep at night, I feel perfectly at peace and content with the decision I made to leave the church and to voice my opinion. Don't we all want that? Don't you want that? Don't you want to get to a place, and I'm not perfect at this, so please don't think that. That's not what I'm trying to say. But there's something very empowering that comes from getting to a place where you feel more confident in what you say and put out into the world than holding it in because you think someone might get mad at you. Let them. You're trying to figure out this life for you. And when you feel better and stronger about the life you're creating for yourself, I think your opinions start to line up with kind of your core values and how you feel and what you want to put out into the world. And so kind of finding your own voice and gaining the confidence that happens in this journey. And I promise that will happen in this journey. It feels like it takes a long time, but I guess that's my biggest message to you, and that's why I share that story, is because, 10 years ago, I didn't have a voice strong enough to say, no, I'm calling bullshit on that. I don't agree with what you're saying. This is not right, and this is not fair, and we're all humans on this earth, and we all should be treated equally. I didn't have that voice back then, but I have it now, and so part of that was my process of finding my voice. And that's what this whole experience has done for me. It's helped me to find my voice. So as you're struggling in your journey, those days that it's really hard, just hang on to that. You're finding your voice, you're finding your opinions, and you are forming it. And so that's why I go back to writing things down. Keep it in a journal, keep it written down, because that helps reinforce how you're thinking and feeling. So find your voice, trust that inner self, because it always knows. That inner self never leads you astray. So there's my message for today. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and sign up over on my blog. I do plan on getting more active on my Soul Searching Girl site. I've been trying to get a couple businesses off the ground, actually. That's where I've been. So, you know, it's important to pay the bills and keep food on the table. So anyway, thank you for watching my YouTube channel, and I hope you stick around.